morning students, welcome back once again. Today is the last lecture of the second chapter because today this chapter is going to be ended. Well, I went back to the bazaar and sat down in the shelter of the clock tower. The clock showed midnight. I felt for the notes, they were damp from the rain. Well, through the bazaar, he just reaches at the clock tower, and there he takes a shelter and there he sits. When he just sees the watch in the clock tower, it just showed midnight. However, he was only feeling about the notes, the bundle of notes that he was just carrying that time, just tucking into his pajamas. They were damp from the rain, and unfortunately, the bundle of notes had been damp. It was just wet due to rain. Anil's money, in the morning, he would probably have given me 2 or 3 rupees to go to the cinema, but now I had it all. He thinks that if he would stay there, if he would have been stayed at Anil's house, Anil's room, Anil would have been just giving him 1 rupee or some more rupees for watching cinema. But it is an imagination now. There is nothing, any originality in this statement. Well, he only thinks that in the morning, Anil would be just giving him some of rupees, and then he would be able to watch film. But now he had all the money now. I couldn't cook his meals, run to the bazaar, or learn to write whole sentences anymore. Well, now he is not able to cook his meals, even not able to go to bazaar, because already he had taken what he just wanted to take. Whatever he just wanted, he was having it, the bundle of notes. It was 600. And even he just lost the chance to write the sentences anymore. If he would be there at Anil, then there would be a chance to read and write and just to learn anything. But now it is all just vanished. I had forgotten about them in the excitement of the theft. Whole sentences I knew could one day bring me more than a few hundred rupees. It was a simple matter to steal, and sometimes just as simple to be caught. But to be a really big man, a clever and respected man, was something else. I should go back to Anil, I told myself, if only to learn to read and write. Well, it is a kind of simple matter to steal. He didn't worry about it. And it was also a simple thing to be caught, because if he just steals something, steals anyone else, steals anyone else, he would be caught definitely. But it is not the matter. The matter is that he had deceived Anil's faith. And even he would have just lost the chance to be just learned out by Anil. Well, now he decides to go back to Anil, because that was the only person who could forgive him out. If he just wanted to read and write, then he must go back to Anil. Well, I hurried back to the room feeling very nervous, for it is much easier to steal something than to return it undetected. Well, he says that. Now, he hurriedly goes back to Anil's room, and it was quite easier task to steal anyone or steal anything else. But it is quite a difficult task to just get it back, return it undetected without being caught. I opened the door quietly, then stood in the doorway in clouded moonlight. Anil was still asleep. I crept to the head of the bed, and my hand came up with the notes. I felt his breath on my hand. I remained still for a minute. Then my hand found the edge of the mattress and slipped under it with the nose. Well, very smoothly, he just opens the door. Very quietly, he just opens the door and goes inside. It was still clouded moonlight. However, there was a moonlight in the sky, but it was clouded because it was the time of rain. So the heavy cloud was there still in the sky. Well, Anil was still asleep as Hari Singh saw him. Now he creeps to the head of the bed and just takes the bundle of notes from his pajamas and just goes just towards the bed, and in a very good manner, what he does, he just finds the edge of the mattress, that means the back of the mattress. He just finds it out and slipped the bundle of notes under the mattress. So everything was done now, everything was clear now, and he thought that Anil could not know what he had done with him. Well, I awoke late next morning to find that Anil had already made the tea. When he awoke the very next morning, what he sees, he just finds that, Hari Singh just finds that Anil had made the tea. He had already made the tea. However, he had to make the tea. He had to make the tea, but unfortunately, it was not done. And Anil had woken up very earlier, and he just made the tea. He has stretched out his hand towards me. What Anil does, he just stretches his hand. Into his hand, there was some amount of money, and he just stretches his hand towards Hari Singh. There was a 50 rupee note between his fingers, and he had tucked a 50 rupee note into his fingers, just between his fingers. Well, my heart sank. Now he just started numbing out. He thought that he was caught. I thought I had been discovered. That means he just thought that he had been just caught out, red-handed. I made some money yesterday, but suddenly Anil says that I made some money yesterday. Now you will be paid regularly. He says that the previous day he had got some money from anywhere else. He just made it, and now he will pay Hari Singh regularly. My spirits rose, but when I took the note, I saw it still wet from the night's rain. Now he gets relaxed, but when he just takes the note into his hand, he was shocked. What he sees, it was still wet from the last night rain. Well, it was already wet because he had tucked it into his pajamas and it was raining outside, and suddenly the rain just wet the note. Alright, so one of the notes has been given to Hari Singh, and it was still damp, still wet. Today we will start writing sentences. Now Anil says to Hari Singh that he would just make him learn how to write and how to read sentences. Well, now Hari Singh already knew that Anil had known everything. He knew everything what had happened. But neither of his lips nor his eyes showed anything. I smiled at Anil in my most appealing way, and the smile came by itself without any effort. And this time, what act was done by Anil that made an impact on Hari Singh. And this time, however, he smiled seeing the face of Anil Singh looks at him, and he just smiled that time. But it was a kind of a smile that he didn't take any effort. It just came out. It was unusual. It was an unusual smile, and for the first time, he felt a soft corner. He felt a very you can say that he just found a man with whom he could learn many things. However, he was the man who didn't just send him to the prison by the help of police. If he just wanted to do, he could do that, but he didn't do so. So these kinds of things that were all done by Anil, it was really appreciated by Hari Singh, and he came to know that whatever he just chose the path of life, it was absolutely wrong, and now he just decided to change his life.